Can you tell me what are you doing? What's your story? And from where is the passion from ballet to physics?
So I started in physics. I studied physics at Harvard and I did my PhD in quantum optics at Oxford. But I have this passion and love, and I dance professionally as a ballet dancer. I would jump back and forth, but I did them separately. And so now I was like, can I bring the two together? So now I dance with this robot, and we've danced around the world, and it's been just like super fun and exciting to combine my two passions together.
How did you start this project?
So it was right before the pandemic. I'd heard of a friend who worked with robotics. So I was like, can I hang out with the robot? And started exploring the movement. And then it was during the pandemic, and all of my dance stuff got canceled. I couldn't dance with other humans. But I thought, I was like, robots don't get COVID. So maybe I can start dancing with this robot. Brought it to my apartment and just started working during, the pandemic. And we started creating little dances that went viral, and then started doing more live shows. Oh, it's a lot. So in the beginning, I was doing things for Instagram Reels, and it's 15 seconds. It would take me 7 hours from beginning to end to do 15 seconds, because I would have to, one, figure out how it's a cobot, collaborative robot, no arms, no legs, but it moves quite nicely. So it's be like, how am I going to make this dance kind of with me? And then I'd program it and the timing, and then I would mess up a lot, and then, I was all by myself, so I'd have to hit play and like on the audio and the video and the robot. So it just took a very long time, but yeah.
What did robots exactly do?
So these robots are actually used in like manufacturing. They're really good at like lifting objects up, putting them down. The big ones are used in car manufacturing buildings, like spray paint the car, put it together. So they're really good for that. I think that now there is an interest in the human-machine interaction. And so more and more, I think there's like a fear around robots and the future of robots, but like exploring the questions of like how humans and robots can work together. And so through dance, I think it's a great way to sort of explore those questions.
How can you tell me about these future technologies?
So I think it's going to be super exciting in expanding like the human creativity. There's a lot of fear that robots will take over human jobs and it's too much. But I think that in the same way that painters were afraid that cameras would take over their jobs, but like 200 years later, we still have painters and we have cameras and we have humans that I think are able to express themselves through a camera lens. So in the same way, I think we'll always still have dance, but if we have robots interacting, I think it'll be, humans creating a dance, and it'll just be a different tool for human expression. It's great.
So I have a few questions for you. The first one is, tell me please the story behind your project.
Yeah. So I have a physics background. I studied physics at Harvard and Oxford, but I'm also a professional ballet dancer. So I dance Boston Ballet, Zurich Ballet, English National, Norwegian National. And I always did my science and dance separately. But then I was like, is there a way I can bring it together? I'd love to sleep more, And then I was dancing with Norwegian National Ballet. A friend of a friend was working with a robot. And I just thought, can I explore? It was Universal Robot, a collaborative robot, right before the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I couldn't dance with humans. And I just thought, I was like, well, robots don't get COVID. Maybe I'll dance with a robot.
It was hard.
At first, it was just interesting. I didn't know where it was going to go. So I spent hours and hours with the robot. No one was paying me. It was pandemic. I didn't, it was such a confusing time. But I was just like, I worked first was can I do the Michael Jackson move? Second was can I do a more elaborate move? We started performing live, and now it's just been everywhere.
It's all about hard work or passion or both?
I think you need that passion for hard work, right? Because when you have that passion, then 7 a.m. to midnight, I was working with a robot, just going for it, and it just makes it it makes it more fun, I would say.
Do you think the future is on tech, it's on physics, or?
So I think the future will definitely need to be that combination of science and arts together, because if we're just technical, Alexa and Siri can answer any mathematical question way faster than us, right? Like, we can't just be that. Humans in the future of technology, we have to be creative, right? In order to be relevant. So that fusion, I think, will be super interesting. Also, the combination, it allows us to be more expressive and to be more creative and to think outside the box. So that's going to be fun.
So what is your next projects?
So next project, so I will be adjunct professor at NYU, and I'll be teaching a course encompassing sort of like technology and arts, robotics and dance, robotics and music, whatever the students want to do, and just exploring, pushing the boundaries of the creative practice, but also the research behind the inspirations that we're kind of envisioning.
Okay, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Thank you.